What is happening, Magnus? Well, apparently Brittany Renner now regrets having a high body count and sleeping around. This should be very interesting to hear what she has to say and why. Then I got a good story for you guys involving me and a very high body count woman. Happened to be she was such a sweetheart. But let's check this out first, though.
I hate how I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And I gave, again, people look at sex differently, but sex is spiritual unification. I think they don't care how you spin it. It's spiritual.
For women.
Okay, for women. Whatever. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. For
I've
women.
watched her before.
It's spiritual unification. And people that I shared my body with, when I think about my list, it's repulsive because they didn't deserve it. But that was an outcome of me discounting my worth. And it's disgusting. I hate even having that spiritual tie in any type of way. But yeah, I would absolutely change sexually how I move around. And not even necessarily because of like the societal outcome. It's more so I hate how I allowed myself to just...
why is this on repeat? Okay. So, disgusting. She thinks about her body count. It repulses her. She calls sex spiritual unification, and another woman says for women it is. Listen, when you're talking about energy, it is an exchange of energy. It is. So, when people talk about the spiritual level, that is also energetic. And when you are having sex with someone, especially someone you shouldn't be having sex with, a lot of times you don't feel right afterwards. Sometimes you don't feel right before, during, or after. So you gotta watch yourself, because when and fellas, you already know it. Just girls you had sex with, you kind of, right? Even though she might have actually been attractive, something wasn't right. It's an energetic, you exchange energy with that. Now, as far as the high body count goes, yes, it is a self-worth thing. You know what I mean? That's how I see it, okay? In my opinion, it definitely is a self-worth thing, especially when it comes to women. Because whether you like it or not, whether it's right or not, there is a double standard. Guys get looked at, you're the man. Women get looked at, you know what. So, the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, both sides, it's not good to sleep around. It's extremely dangerous. Diseases and whatever, pregnancy, all these other issues that can get involved. You can get, some people get so attached also. Because if you're just looking for a little fling or looking to have some fun, I'm young and so, you mess with the wrong dude, might start stalking you. Mess with the wrong chick, she might start stalking you. You know what I mean? You've seen people on TV where people, false claims against them and stuff like that, and wasn't even like that. Like, sleeping around is way more... I personally would rather find one good woman to have a lot of sex with rather than sleeping with a bunch of them. Now, at least she's learned her lesson. At least, because she wasn't talking like that a few months or years ago or whatever. She wasn't talking like that. So, better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Like, no joke. Better late than never. And I hope she finds what she's looking for. Now! You want to hear my story? Wait till you hear how mean this chick had. Okay. I'm not going to give away too many details because I don't want anyone to figure out who I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about like people I know that watch me. Because you guys have never seen this girl before. So, met this chick, and flirtatious, but not nothing really. So I would say a week or two later, after I'd met her, me and her, we would talk sometimes on Instagram and stuff, and I kept flirting. I kept throwing a little something at her, seeing if she would bite, and she always accepted the compliment graciously. But one day she finally was like, "Are you flirting with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she was down. We started talking, and it started getting serious. You start having them 4 or 5 hour conversations on the phone. I was like, "Yo, got to." she would she would send me a pic of the day every day. Okay, so you a guy talking to a chick and it's getting there. You would love that. A pic of the day? What? So she started to pull back a little, and I started to know that something was wrong. So we had a come to Jesus moment, and she explained to me how she had been afflicted with an illness, which was keeping her from getting closer to me. We never even kissed because of the situation and how her work schedule and everything. So we were talking for a while before we were supposed to meet. And she told me one more fishing thing, and she started to go down the line just about how our last relationship went, and we got to discussing body count. I gave her mine, which was in the teens. Like I said, I've had a lot of sex with few women. Okay? Not a lot of sex with a lot of women, because I'm just not like that. I'm more careful, I like to pick and choose. She told me one shy of 50. I was like, what? I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. And she started crying. She was all like, "Oh my God, when I, think about you and what you've told me." And there's some other stuff I didn't tell you that she was involved in. And I was just like, I cannot, but I couldn't believe it. She was such a sweetheart, and I could not believe that she had did all this stuff. And she was just like, "When I think about you and what you told me, like compared to me, you're an angel." And I was thinking, like, hell yeah, I am. So we took a few days off while she dealt with things mentally, and I was like, I can't. I told her I would think about it and see how we could move forward, but I was just like, yeah, and I really haven't talked to her since. I think I talked to her maybe one time, and I hope everything's all right with her. I just, it made me feel like I would feel dirty by touching her, even though you know, of course I wouldn't be if she was a clean person, but it's just you know what I mean? I don't know. I think for guys, dating a chick that's been around that much, it's like for women finding out like a dude has a bunch of babies all around. You know what I mean? I knew this one dude. I met him at this modeling event. Me and him were both competing, and he told me that he had 9 kids by different women. I was just like, what? What? The irresponsibility, the dogness, just everything in that, man. Like, what? So anyway, trust me, ladies and men, sleeping around is not worth it. It is not. It is not. A high body count is not worth it. If you want a man of value, ladies, if you want a man of value, listen, men value femininity and they value, what now? I can't think of the chastity. Okay, so a lot of guys out there want a virgin, but if you're not a virgin, extremely low, in the single digits. It's gotta be. You got what I'm saying? Like I'm serious. Every guy, I don't know too many guys, at least that I'm close to, that would deal with a chick with double digits. But I'm 45. I need you to be in them single digits. Period. Because then it's like, oh, what were you doing? Post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed my thoughts on this and my reaction, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers.